Drip, drip, drip. Yeah, I'ma go.
Welcome to Talk Drip, presented by On My Feet, the first social network exclusively for sneakerheads and hypebeasts. Now available on the Apple App Store and Google Play. Last week, Jordan Brand released a couple of new retros, and New Balance just continued to turn up. Let's get started.
Drip, drip, drip.
Now, when you think Jordan Brand and a premium collaboration, we usually picture a 1, or a 3, or a 4, or a 5, maybe 6, but we never picture a Jordan 14. Yes, I know we got the Supremes last year, but they were hideous, and it's actually really rude for you to make me bring those up. But I stand by the fact that the Jordan 14 is still very overlooked, especially when you think limited collaboration. Yes, even after this, it's still very overlooked. I'm talking the importance of shoe trees overlooked. The fact that Pop-Tarts are an all-age snack overlooked. Harassment policy at Pornhub overlooked. What I'm trying to say is Jordan 14 is often disregarded or thrown to the side, even though it's a great silhouette. But Edison Chen and his team at Clot saw the real potential behind the 14. More specifically, the 14 Low, and they gave us this, the Terracotta. Following up their initial 13 Low release bearing the same name, the new silhouette features a similar colorway, a mostly suede toe box and upper, and exaggerated stitching on the side panels. In layman's terms, the shoe slaps. I don't remember the last time I was truly excited for a Jordan 14. Up till now, the silhouette was almost exclusively for the old head sneakerhead. You know who I'm talking about. He'd be at the local Foot Locker, browsing, telling anyone who will listen, you know, back in my day, we used to buy Nikes out of a magazine. You had to mail in a check with a stamp and everything. I'm assuming the stamps part. I actually don't know what stamps are used for. Apparently, back in the day, people used to write letters and send them to people. And somewhere in that process, a stamp came in handy. Regardless, I'm excited to see how the consumers react to the Clop 14. It's a cop for me. Last week, we also got the retro of the long-awaited Carmine Air Jordan 6. First released in 1991, the Carmine 6 is one of the greatest and most iconic Jordan colorways of all time. And luckily for us, we've seen it a few times since the Bush administration. First Bush. But this was the first time since 1991 where we saw the Carmine 6 as Tinker envisioned it, with the Nike Air on the back. A true classic. Even Home Alone Kevin got a pair back in the day. Tinker, however, did not envision this sneaker with pink discoloration, which is being reported by Jordan Brand as a production flaw on multiple 2021 pairs. And this is why good old 23 is attempting to recall the sneakers. You heard right, just like GM would recall a Chevy Malibu or a Buick Enclave, Jordan Brand is trying to tell stores to return their defective Carmine 6s. I don't have a joke for that, it's just the truth. Side note, however, I will take all defective Carmine 6s. I happen to look great in pink. Moving on. It's no secret that New Balance has been gaining a lot of momentum in the coveted streetwear scene. With collaborations featuring Joe Freshgoods, Concept, Salehi Bembury, the list goes on, New Balance has really cemented itself in hypebeast culture. And they aren't slowing down now. Because last week we got this. The Todd Snyder X New Balance 992 featuring duck camo. For who doesn't know, Todd Snyder is an American fashion designer. The man used to work for Polo, he was the menswear director at Gap, he even had an executive position at J. Crew. You realize that's like half the mall, right? Also, about 10 years ago, Snyder founded his own brand, and in 2015, he sold it for $11 million. Guess to who? American Eagle. The man loves them all. What can I say? His most recent project, however, is this New Balance 992, featuring the aforementioned duck camo. The 992 is a classic New Balance silhouette, and for fans of the brand, it's even considered a staple. Snyder's iteration, however, paints a fair amount outside the lines, featuring a premium suede to bounce off that atypical duck camo. I mean, I like it, except for the fact that I haven't seen anyone stress orange like New Balance since Kel in a grocery store.
Who loves orange soda? Kel loves orange soda.
I still see the shoe doing fairly well, even with a $275 retail price tag. And
drip, drip, drip. Yeah, I'ma go make it go like drip, drip.